Howdy, folks. Austin here with the Other Room podcast. As a forward to this episode, I just wanted to let you know that Tim's audio was having some technical difficulties. And these are just one of the growing pains of starting a new podcast. We're trying to figure a lot of things out. We're both full-time workers, both have jobs, both new dads as well, as we didn't really have the time to go back and refilm the episode like we would have liked to. Either way, I do hope you enjoyed the episode, and we do have to plan this fixed in episode 3. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Welcome in episode 2 of the Other Room podcast. Austin, good to see you again, man. Tell me how your week's been.
Hey, man. Good week. Got the furnace fixed.
Good.
Been chilling other than that. Like, business picked up a little bit, which is, I guess, good for us, bad for everybody else, unfortunately, to work in that kind of profession where, hey, if people are passing away, we're doing well, we're doing our job, but other people are having to suffer, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I had something I wanted to tell you about this week.
I'm excited.
So two things that my son said that rocked me. They were hilarious. So Atticus, so my oldest, he is starting to jump out of his crib now during nap time because he doesn't want to nap. He's like, I'm not tired. I'm not going to sleep. F you guys. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he started to jump out of his crib. I was downstairs doing something. I think it was like doing the dish or something, cleaning the kitchen. And I hear this thump from directly above me, right in his room. And I run upstairs. I'm like, oh my gosh, buddy, what happened? And he's on the ground. And he didn't cry. He didn't get upset. He just kind of like stood up and like rubbed his head. He's like, that was embarrassing. Mind you, he's 2 years old. Like I'm like, how did you learn the word embarrassing? How do you know what that means?
Yeah, dude, you must have said it before in context. That's funny too. He jumps out and it's just a catastrophic failure, and he's like, we got to recalculate. We need to, I'm piecing this together as we go. That's funny, man.
Let's get the official review on this one. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that was me. That's so funny, man. At least he's learning. Hey, that's a core memory.
Yeah, so another thing that happened, and this is bad. So last time we went to go get his haircut, well, Yahoo gives his haircut usually has a sucker for him at the end, but last time she didn't have a sucker, and he remembered that. And so my dad, bless him, taught him to say, hey, next time she doesn't give you a sucker, you say, where's my sucker, ho? That's what my dad taught my son to say that. Brother, we go in to get his haircut today. And at the end, she's getting ready to give him a sucker, and she takes the apron off. And he's sitting on my lap because he's little. He can't really sit on his own quite yet. Yeah. And he says, where's my sucker, ho? And I luckily
I would want the chair to just like take us both inside. Like that's the worst thing I can think of. The secondhand embarrassment of my own kid, I'm not ready for. That's so awful.
Luckily, she's super chill. She just starts laughing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. We do not talk like that at home. My dad taught that to him as a joke.
Barber, that's my first thought. I'm like, what an awful family. They're 2-year-olds just calling everybody a hoe. There's like, no respect.
Hello, CPS, we have a situation down here. I think you guys need to come check this out.
Oh my gosh.
So other than that, week was good. Kids said the two of the most hilarious things. Another thing that did just happen today, actually, though, which I'm surprised of, is Chuck Norris did pass away. Honestly, I feel like this is an almost biblical sign of the times. If Chuck Norris passes away, like, this is the guy who, when he does a push-up, he's not pushing himself up, he's pushing the earth down. And you're telling me this guy could... This is a biblical sign that the end is near. I don't know what else could happen. This guy's to be one of the seals in the Bible that's been broken.
Dude, I saw on there that he was 86. I was like, that can't be true. I was like, there's no way. And so I was wrong. It like came across while I was teaching class today in one of my classes, that it came across, and I literally was like, do I need to take a moment of silence immediately? And I didn't, but I couldn't believe it. And then right at the end of the class, one of my patients was like, hey guys, really quick, I just want to say something, got a question for everybody. And I was like, oh, sounds pretty serious. She's like, the great Chuck Norris died today. Can we all just take a moment to remember? And I was like, take an initiative. This is what I wanted. This is what I needed. So I couldn't believe it though that someone who, I mean, as kids, at least I feel like our generation at a minimum growing up, like my dad's from Texas,
Yeah.
forced us to watch Walker Texas Ranger
It's a
all
rite
the
of
time.
passage. It has.
Oh
I'm not
my
from Texas,
gosh.
but I'm sure that every child in Texas, like between art class and music class at grade school, there's Walker Texas Ranger viewing hour. There has to be.
Dude,
I'm
it's
sure. I'm sure you ride from art class, and on your way to music class on your horse, you stop at Walker Texas Ranger's class. It has to be the way it is.
well, and what's funny is that like it's entertaining enough as even as a kid you're like, oh, this is actually pretty good, you know. It, like even though you're like your dad's forcing you to watch it, it gets in and it's cheesy, but you don't realize that as a kid, like stuff's happening. You're like, is he gonna get that guy? Like I wonder if they're gonna win here. It's like it's funny, and then your dad started like, you know this guy Chuck Norris in here? Let me tell you about him. And then I remember as a kid, my dad bought me a little poster that we hung. My brother and I shared a room. We hung on our wall, and it had all of these facts about Chuck Norris, which are just like all the Chuck Norris jokes that you used to hear as a kid. Which I don't know what's about you. One of my favorite ones is like Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door, and I was like, come on, that's
Yeah,
so
that's
cool. Like
preposterous.
It's
No.
impossible. Like, there's no way. I saved a post today that I meant to send to you, but it was like breaking news from this verified account, and it was like Chuck Norris. It was like Chuck Norris revived himself due to an error on his death certificate, edited it, and then decided to die again. And I was like, they're just continuing the bit. They can't stop.
It just keeps going, dude.
Yeah, man. And I feel like a whole generation is missing like a Chuck Norris type character. Like I don't remember ever hearing about anybody else again that was like akin to this dude.
Like, who would that be in our generation? Like, who would be the closest to Chuck Norris? Like,
I don't know. Is there like a Western style star that would be similar? I don't even know. Like he was
I don't
just
know,
so
like-
unique in a way, and it was someone that otherwise, if my dad wasn't forcing me to watch his content, I never would have heard of this guy. But
well, you've seen the movie Dodgeball, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
he-
yeah. So at the
he's
end,
in
where
there?
they're like, when the judges are voting yes or no to let average Joes continue to play, like Chuck Norris is the final vote, and he's like, and Vince Vaughn's like, "Thank you, Chuck Norris."
I don't
That's an
remember.
old-timer.
Oh gosh, I haven't seen it in a
Yeah.
long time. I just don't remember. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
it was sad today though. I was pretty shocked, of course, that he died. You'd think it would be next to his name. It would be like Chuck Norris, 1,000, decided to walk away from the game today. Like,
Though I feel like you have to, like, I'm interested to see what his family posts for his obituary, because they've gotta play some kind of Chuck
oh
Norris joke in
my.
there. They have to. And maybe they don't, that's fine. Maybe that's the kind of family dynamic they had. But I would love to read his obituary and see, like, Chuck Norris could slam a revolving door, that like some hilarious Chuck Norris joke, or
I-
one that tugs at the heartstrings, perhaps.
Yeah, I saw today that he was born. Like at least the post that I saw, this was an all-time community notes moment in my opinion. This post said Chuck Norris was born May 6th, 1945. The World War II ended May 7th, 1945. Coincidence? And then the community note said Chuck Norris was actually born March 18th, 1945. This was more than enough time for him to have ended the war. And I was like, yes. Yes. Live autocorrect, which actually I think maybe it was 1940. I don't know, but it was like a community notes about his actual birthday. It was funny, man. I
That's
do
so
love
funny.
that like even in death with him, which is obviously a tragedy, he's got such a good joke and a bit that it was able to like bring back a lot of good memories for like a lot
Lighten
of us.
the
They're like,
mood.
gosh, those Chuck Norris jokes were kind of funny, you know?
Yeah, seriously, shout out though. We did lose an American legend.
Yeah, man.
Heart goes out to the Norris family there. What about you, man? How was your week?
It was good, man. I was waiting to tell you this. I
no.
On my Apple Watch, one of the nights our son woke up and my wife, I didn't hear the monitor, my wife did, and she just kind of went out into his room and kind of took care of it, and then went and kind of slept. We have another mattress in another room, and I woke up and my watch was like Tim, you just got a perfect sleep score. And I was like,
Nah, dude. Not even like a 99. It was a
no, it was
perfect
a
sleep score.
100 sleep score.
Nah.
And even like was like, you know, made me feel
Oh, it
good.
did
Like
like the rings, like when the rings fill in.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
God. And I was like, wow. And it actually did. It made me feel incredible. The second I read it, I was like, I did sleep good. Like I am feeling refreshed. Like I don't know what it was, but it just got
Heck
to me. And I
yeah.
was like, let's do it, man. So we talked about last week. We've been sleeping terrible. That randomly, I get 7 hours of sleep, and my watch was like, "Bang up job, buddy. You did it." And then of course the next night I get like a 31, buddy. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Questioning me.
All the parents of new children that might be watching this are probably cursing our names right now. Like,
Oh my
how
gosh.
dare you sleep well with a young child? I
Yeah.
honestly am just convinced I'll never sleep again. Like, I'm in the thick of it. I just don't think I'll ever sleep again for the rest of my life.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen posts nowadays just coming across my feed of like, your sleep health, it's more important than, all of these things. Like, are you getting 10 hours of sleep a night? Probably should focus. I was like, 10. I'm like, geez, like, as a
10 hours is
child, I never achieved this. So I was like, this is
that's
brutal stuff.
unobtainable. You
Oh my
can't do
gosh.
that. No way.
It's something I feel like I need to put a focus on. Have you ever seen this thing you put in your bed? It's called like eighth sleep, I think is what it is. It's like a mattress topper type thing. But essentially at night it's like assessing you as you lay on it. And at night it's adjusting like the temperature of the bed. It's adjusting like all the like the positioning of the bed. Like it does like all these things. And it's like essentially like trying to give you the perfect night of sleep always.
Sure.
And you see people on it, and I was like, gosh, that does sound incredible. Like if that thing was to cool my mattress all the way down to like a 53 while I had a blanket on top,
Oh,
and then it was like, hey, let me
elite.
just slightly raise your head, and it was just like I feel like every night I'd wake up like, yeah. Unfortunately, I believe it's like $8,000, and I was like,
I was gonna say
golly.
my follow up is that's got to be prohibitively expensive. Yeah,
Oh
there's no way.
yeah. I bet you it's that and the subscription. I haven't looked into it enough, but it just seems subscription-y.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's something that I'm like, if I just had incredible amounts of disposable income, that's something I would consider. Because if it was like every night I get at least a high level sleep, I'd be like, it's so worth it. If
Yeah,
it's adjusting me. It's something I think
sure.
my wife would hate though, especially I feel like you'd have to have those beds that are like individually adjustable for it. I think
The
that'd have to
two
be,
parts.
yeah, that'd have to be
Yeah,
the thing. Because I'm
I'm
selfish. I'll be
sure.
like, let it adjust to me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, because especially like, hey, maybe this adjustment will be good for you, but not good for your wife. So
Right.
which one would it decide? It has to be separate, right? It's got to be a
You'd think
separate one.
you'd think so. Who
Probably.
knows? But yeah, man,
Probably.
that sleep score, I was really proud of myself this week, and I wanted to talk about something else that we had talked about before as well. And I'm going to ask you first before I kind of go into it, like gym, kind of fitness, working out like what's your goal for the year? How have you been doing on this?
So like last year, I was in probably the best shape of my life. I was prepping for a scuba diving trip in Fiji, and I'm such a freaking nerd when it comes to scuba diving. I'm like,
It's
I
your
need
it's
my
your passion.
VO2 max to be as high as possible so I can stay down for longer. I was hitting the gym 3 times a week for an hour at a time. I was hitting my 10,000 steps every day. I was making sure to drink a gallon of water every day. My supplements and vitamins were on lock. I was at a really good, healthy weight. I had a bunch of good lean muscle mass. I was doing really well. After that trip, everything went out the window. I am up 50 pounds from last year. I have
Whoa.
I have so much to lose.
Yeah.
So I've started, counting macros again, and I wanted to go to the gym. The problem is, like we just talked about, sleep is so paramount. I'm prioritizing sleep over going to the gym right now, especially because the only time I can really do it is early in the morning. I can't really
Yeah.
do it too late at night with the young kid right now. Like, I think that I'm just going to prioritize sleep for now. And then when the new baby's starting to sleep through the night, I'll probably go back to working out. I am, counting macros and stuff. I'm down 12 pounds the last month.
Nice,
So
man. That's
hopefully we
great.
can get there. Yeah. Other than that, I don't feel great. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm not working out. I'm not really being too active. I'm trying to get steps in when I can. It's just been, yeah, shout out new parents. You know how it is. We're all struggling
It's
out
just
here
a
together.
weight on you. Yeah, man. I wanted to ask, especially, I'm what 14, 15 weeks out from my knee surgery, where I
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to walk for 7 weeks after the surgery at all, and was resting. So I put on quite a bit of weight too, and I've had a good week, and like I I always talk about Apple Watch and Apple Health. I need like a sponsorship, my gosh. But the
Apple, if you want to sponsor us, reach out.
oh gosh, yeah, we're the last people they need, but we need everything from them. But yeah, it tells me like there's been a change in your health trends, and I'm like, let me take a look. And it was like, for 2 weeks you've averaged 14,000 steps a day. You've burned 1,000 calories at least every day. And then you've gotten like your stand hours and your exercise time in. And I was let's freaking go. And I'm finally feeling a little bit better, like in terms of activity. Now I still can't do any kind of like rapid lateral movements after my surgery, so I'm still waiting on that. So
Sure.
I'm not shuffling like a crab currently. I'm limited. However,
And that
I
was your
finally been
main
able.
exercise before, so I really
Right,
didn't take it
yeah.
well.
I moved in diagonal patterns to avoid snipers. But the but
The ubiquitous
the
snipers of Utah County, of course. Yes.
yeah, the bobble walk just in case. But yeah, I've been feeling good, man. I've been feeling better. I've got a big goal this year for sure. I've been watching. Did you ever watch? This is such a stupid thing, but it's individually inspired me. So Cameron and I, my wife, we watch a show together a lot, right? Like if you're calming down at night before bed or whatever,
Sure.
you watch a TV show
Yeah.
together. On my own, like on some of my breaks during work or when I'm charting, I'll put on something in the background. The show I've been doing that to is called Smallville. Have you ever seen this TV show?
So I haven't. I've seen episodes because my grandpa was super into Smallville. That's like Clark Kent, right? Like
Yeah. So
Superman. Yeah.
it's like the biggest early 2000s show you've ever seen, and he's
Shout
like
out.
Tom Welling is the actor of Clark Kent in this, and he's just one of the more attractive men you've ever seen in your whole life. And
Pause.
no. And
Moving on.
Everybody in this show, I swear to you, like Cameron will come in sometimes and see like someone on the screen. They're like, who's this handsome guy? I'm like, it's every episode. They just bring someone else in who's just ripped, super handsome. Same with the girls. Like every girl that comes in is just stunning. And you're just like, this was crazy for the time. Like everybody they brought in as a guest was it just looks incredible. And I was like, I need to change up. Like as I've been watching this, I was like, I know I'm recovering. Like I need to do better. Like, and I'm 3 seasons in, and now while I'm doing it, I'm like walking on my treadmill, like, come on, Tom, I'm coming for you, man. Like I'm trying to change it. So it's like a weird thing that's individually inspired. I want to get back to like playing basketball and everything like I have been, but Smallville's really, it's kind of made me change up a little bit. It's a inspiring show. So I'm recommending it to you.
That.
Give it a watch. And if you're like, after you see it, if you see 15 incredible looking men in a row, pause. We could pause for that one. But that's when that's what's gonna make you.
You're just making it worse. You are digging yourself in a deeper hole.
I'll keep digging because it's for Smallville and I love it, man. And I love it. So that's been kind of my update. I think we should continue to like keep ourselves accountable. I think accountability is huge, especially like between friends. If we can keep updating ourselves with that, I think that helps, man. And us getting back into it, especially as our kids start to sleep a little bit more. I do the same thing. Like I try to like at 6:30 in the morning, wake up, go for a walk, try to get a good start on the day. It helps my knee warm up too, especially. This is the oldest conversation I've ever had with anyone. Like I'm like, in the morning I gotta go walk for my knee, for my titanium knee. But yeah, no, it does help, even though I'm in my 20s and just stretching essentially. But yeah, man.
Like if this is what 27 and 28 feel like, what could 30 possibly feel like?
Dude, I saw
those people are in the
that
trenches.
said the jump from 21 to 27 may as well be the jump from 18 to 40. Like it's just a grind through those years, dude. You go from like your peak as a senior in high school, and you're like, I'm feeling money to like put the fries in the bag, dude. I
mean, it is tough. Like I'll see things like that I was able to do even like last year, 2 years ago, like. We just redid our basement, and there's a window. Like you kind of got to get up. If there was like a fire, you kind of have to get up and out and kind of contort in a strange way. But it'd be pretty easy to get out. Like, oh, dude, I could do that so easily. Let me try it out. I can't even get off the ground anymore. I'm like, oh, like my sacrum like cramped up. I'm like, oh my gosh. I guess the muscles around my sacrum right there. I'm like, oh, that was a horrible idea. Like if there was a fire, I would just pass away. That'd be it. I'd be done.
You just look around and you're like, even though there's an exit, I just don't think it works for me. And it just clouds, man.
Yeah, like give me your hand, maybe you can pull me out.
One of my older coworkers from a different job that I used to work at, he was like in his 40s and whatnot. He said one of the funniest things ever. He said, I can't go down on the ground anymore without a plan to get back up. I was like, really? A plan? Oh my gosh! Like, you gotta fix that, man. And we're in rehab, and I'm like, that's not all right.
Like it kind of puts it in perspective of like what old people do get wiser, and you are wiser the older you get. Yeah, if you're having to plan out how you're going to get off the floor after kneeling down, I'm sure you are a font of wisdom.
Dude, you're like, all right, listen here. So this angle right here, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm like, okay, stop. Like, you should do this in private because it's embarrassing for me to watch you try to get back up. Like, this is awful.
Chill with the hip thrust, man. You gotta chill with the hips.
I couldn't believe it when he said it to me. I was truly rocked when he brought that up. I was gonna bring up another thing. Speaking of older people today, I was I've been talking to you about how I've been hearing some good voicemails and good introductions to voicemails.
Did you hear another one recently?
Oh man, yeah. So I heard one, and I'm 3-4 rings deep, and I was like, yeah, no, even if they don't pick up, maybe I'll get a little surprise here at the end. And then right as it transitions from that fourth ring, I hear, hey, don't hang up the phone. Why not leave a message at the tone? And then right into the beep, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is good, but like, I'm not prepared to leave a message now. I'm still I'm coming up as like,
call me back.
Oh, hey, it's me. And there's just no context. Like, you can't flashbang me with such a great message like that, and then have me ready. And yeah, thankfully I haven't hit.
So is it like leave a message at the tone beep, or is it like leave a message at the tone 1, 2 beep?
No, brother. This thing was tailored. It was leave a message at the tone beep, and I was like, because it was so rapid, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was too good. This is an incredible ringtone. Everyone that calls this house must be just, hey man, how are you? Like, just smiling ear to ear. It was so dialed. Just really good stuff by that person. So
I'm sure most of this guy's email or like voicemails probably start with yeah, this is so and so, call me back. Like, I feel like I would stutter for like maybe 3 seconds of the voicemail.
If I'm the person with that voicemail, that's the highlight of my week.
Got
another one stumbling. Got him stumbling. I'm so cynical if that's me. That's 100% what would make my day every time. I feel like I'd sit by the phone and just intentionally like wait for it to ring. Like, I'd sit there like, I could answer. However, I'm trying to get a good mail. But.
Oh, dude, I love a good voicemail. That's hilarious. Mine is just so basic, like, hey, this is Austin with the funeral home. If you have any questions, I'll call you back as soon as I can. And then that's the end of the message.
I don't even know what mine is. Mine just might say, this person does not have a voicemail box that's set up.
No, I'll tell you what yours is. It's, hi, this is Tim. Leave me a message. I'll call you back. That's what yours is. It's just fine. It's fine.
That sounds kind of... The way you had to raise your voice an octave to say it.
Oh, you used your customer service voice for sure. You're like, hi, this is Tim.
Okay.
It wasn't that extreme, but no, you used your customer service voice.
Yeah, you sound like a squirrel when you said that. I'm going to go listen to it today. If it sounds like that, I'm changing it immediately.
Yeah, and you should. You should just directly rip that guy off and have that exact same one. Why not? No one's going to know. No one's going to know. Yeah, like in mine, if you listen to mine, I use my funeral director voice like, hi, this is Austin with the funeral home. Like, just a very like even keel, low, like I'm talking to somebody who's having a bad day. Mine's really boring. I'm not going to act like mine's interesting at all. It's very boring.
I'll need to create a plan for now that I'm listening to more and more just like executive level voicemails, I'm gonna need to step up my game. I'll troubleshoot a couple of them,
Dude,
but
you gotta. I think you gotta share the story about that one guy's like, "Let us pray together."
yo, this is the greatest voicemail that's ever been in the
You
history of
have,
time. So,
or do we save that for like a special or something?
no, I think I'll go. I'll
Hey,
go
hey,
into. So
hey.
I mean, we're speaking about it. This other one, I told Austin about this prior, but I hop on the phone. I'm waiting, and then it says, "I'm really sorry that I was unable to come to the phone with now. If you like right now, if you would leave me a message, I'll get back to you. But first, let us pray." And then it goes into a full 3-minute prayer. I kid you not. It is a 3-minute prayer, which there's nothing that prepares you for the beep at the end of that prayer. There's nothing that prepares you for that.
Like, the part that's so funny about it is it's 3 minutes long.
3 minutes
Anything
of a
3
prayer.
minutes long. I feel like after about like 60 seconds, I'm like, okay, surely this is gonna end any
No,
second. And then he
no.
goes on for another 2 minutes. I feel like I'd be like, you'd hear the beep and be like, amen. Anyways, this
Yeah,
is
dude.
Tim.
Well, because it ends in like in the Lord's name we pray, amen. And then it's like beep, and you're like, wow. Because I mean, you're dialed when he's like, and let us pray, and then you're listening, and you're like, oh, this is like we're going into a prayer here, like, and you're like, all right, like let me make sure it's I'm being pretty reverent and respectful as this guy speaks, and you're just listening, and then 3 minutes in, and then you're just again flashbang by this because I usually call my headphones in, and it's like
the
beep,
voicemail beep.
like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. It's like you're not in reality for a minute, and then suddenly you're back and you're like, hey, this is Tim calling. after a second of silence. Like it's yeah, that was true.
Honestly,
That's the greatest one I've ever heard. It's not for me. I couldn't.
yeah, well,
I'm not about to go record a 3-minute prayer.
that's the thing. Like, here's my thought on it. Like, wonderful. I think it's wonderful this man is sharing his faith. I don't think most people can get through a 3-minute voicemail. 3 minutes waiting to leave a message.
Yeah, man.
That is monumental.
Is that A+ deterrence though? Like if you don't want voicemails,
I'm sure. Yeah, like
you
any
just
sort
have
of
to
like
sit there.
yeah, I'm sure any sort of scam calls like after about 40 seconds is probably like, okay, I can't do this anymore, and they probably just hang up.
Yeah,
I'm sure it
true.
is. I wonder. I'd be interested to talk to that man if I ever meet him out in the wild.
It's like
and
the
I wouldn't even know
exact
who this
opposite
guy
of the
is.
last one. Like this guy sees that he has a voicemail. He's like, no freaking way. Like someone sat
We're
there
gonna use the
prayer.
whole time.
And he's like, it's like a 3-minute message back. He's like, I mean, like there's no way, right? Is it a response? Like, yeah, dude, I don't know. But I sat there. I listened to the whole thing. Was like, that was great. And then, after I was like, oh, I need to speak right now. And then I left a message, but
Did you say amen though?
no, dude, I didn't want. I just don't even know what that does. Like I was just so quiet for 3. Like I just sat there like a little schoolboy, just like, wow, yeah, let's listen to this. Like, and then eventually, like I said, like nothing will prepare you for that random. It's. I feel like it's like A/B testing on like, is this a placebo? I don't even know how to compare it to. I was about to say something stupid, but like, it just.
You said placebo. We're moving on. Yeah.
Yeah, cut the whole
Where
thing.
was this going?
Cut whatever I was about to say. But
Yeah, we're gonna edit that one out. We'll edit that out. Don't worry.
sick.
That's one of my favorite stories. I love that. Every time you talk about voicemails, I think about that guy. Like, and I'll never meet this man. Like, and I know you got to keep all of that confidential and stuff. Like, there's no way I'll ever even know who this person is.
Yeah.
But there's a homie out there who has a 3-minute long prayer voicemail. Shout out.
Yeah, dude. It's it'll uplift your day, man. There's just a random voicemail that might uplift your day. You said you had a fact for me though, right?
Have you been seeing these people from Gen Z that are saying that World War II never happened?
Yeah, I can't believe it, and I follow, I think we both do follow like a couple historians like on our social media accounts, and I think there's nothing that boils their blood more than people to be like, you think about like one of the most well documented events of all time.
Of all human history, yeah.
With all the images, all of these things, you're like, you don't think this happened? And they're like, nah, it doesn't sound very realistic. And I'm like, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's all I have to say back to that. I'm like, I learned 67 chapters of this in school. Like, like was just on World War II. And if you don't think it happened, it is, I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah, brother, interesting enough, do you know I actually never learned about World War II in high school? Did I ever tell you that?
what? It
Yeah.
wasn't part of
So
your education?
so it was supposed to be. Here's what happened. So I was supposed to learn it in social studies in 7th grade.
Okay.
And we had a student teacher who's like, hey, listen, we're not going to learn about World War II in 7th grade. We're going to have the student teacher teach about the Aztecs and the Mayans and all and the Incas, so
Right,
the
right. The
societies
ancient
of
tribes.
South America, North and South America. Okay, so you will cover this next year. The following year, we did not learn about World War II. Freshman year of high school, we did not learn about World War II.
What?
Sophomore year of high school, I had started to learn about World War II. No, hang on. Sorry, we did not learn about World War II. Junior year, halfway through junior year, I started to learn about World War II. We had just started talking about it, just like the very first beginnings over in Europe. And then I transferred to high school in Montana. And they're like, yeah, we just covered World War II. Now we're talking about modern events.
Like,
I'm like,
you missed
so
it.
everything I know about World War II has been from podcasts and TikTok and things that I've independently studied.
Wow.
I never learned about World War II in high school. How is that possible?
I watched Schindler's List in high school. Like we had to sign permission slips to like watch this, and I
Sure.
I remember watching that and I was like, bro, how could you not think this is true? Like if other people had a similar experience, which I can't imagine they're showing Schindler's List
The,
anymore. There's no
the,
chance.
yeah, the part that's tough for me is that there are people alive today that were alive during World War II, and they can tell you about it. They're like,
Yeah,
they're
I
old.
guess that's
Yeah,
100% true. There's
yeah,
literally
like
combat
literally.
veterans that are still. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy to even think. I didn't even.
there's
What a good
probably
point.
people who survived the Holocaust that are still alive. Let me see. Or
I mean, okay, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. I mean to say, yeah, there must be. Yeah, I wonder if like meeting one of those people and they described their experience to like a denier of that. I, well, that's the rudest thing I can think of. Someone who went through such a tragedy, and they're like, fake, wasn't real. Like that's so tough.
so interesting enough, I want you to take a guess. So I have a number here.
Okay.
How many people do you think are alive today that survived the Holocaust and are alive today?
Okay, so we're talking 40s. So if you were, and let's say you were in your 20s during the Holocaust in the 1940s, you'd be like what, like 100 now,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah. So if you're
yeah,
in the 40s, no. So let's see, it's
but there was kids
2026
there and
now.
stuff too. But most of the adults have probably passed on. That
Right.
maybe like 2,000 people still alive that survived.
See, that's what I would have guessed. I would have guessed that there were very few. It says here, as of early 2026, there are currently, with a median age of 87, by the way,
Oh, a lot of younger
an
people. Wow.
estimated 196,600
Wow.
currently living Holocaust survivors. Isn't that interesting? I had I would have guessed something around you, maybe like 2 to 10,000 on the high end. That's interesting. Like it
Yeah,
just goes to show,
that's
like, that really wasn't that long ago. I know we probably sound like fools right now. Like, yeah, no, it wasn't that long ago. Like
well. I
almost
mean, yeah.
100 years
I mean,
ago.
everything's relative, right? That reminds me, like in like trying to get a denier to talk to them. That pod clip that's kind of been making the rounds of that girl talking to those war veterans who's like, my trauma's just as bad as yours. And the guy's like, ever hear a man scream with no lungs? I'm like,
Just like,
oh,
we had to pull him out of a tree. He said, "I want to go home."
yeah,
You ever hear a man screaming no, like that's a
that's the most
crazy clip.
hard. And the guy wheelchairs himself over to the spot from, I'm assuming, injuries from the war. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I can't believe there's people that act like that. That's like, oh, it's so
Now,
crazy. Respect your veterans, honor your veterans. Oh my gosh, all the
like,
freedoms we have.
so I did see that, and I now thinking about it, talking about it, I'm sure that has to be a skit.
Oh, you think so? I mean,
It has to
she
be.
does seem a little performative when you see it. But why would a bunch of old combat veterans agree to be in just a full skit like that? That seems like the last thing they would do with their time.
So I do think that it wouldn't be terribly hard. For example, if I wanted to get a bunch of veterans to do something for me, for example, like we have a flag ceremony every year at our church. We'll do a pancake breakfast, and we'll have the veterans come out and they do the flag ceremony. I'll just call the guy.
I do a lot. Before you continue, I do a lot for a pancake breakfast, but go on.
Oh, brother, we'll get into it later. But it's pretty easy. I'll call like the VFW, local VFW, like, hey, can you get a bunch of guys together and do just like a flag ceremony? I'm like, yeah, sweet. We'll get like 15 of us. We'll all be there. Then we give them pancakes after. I don't think it would be terribly hard. I think you just got to call the right VFW or group of friends, and you're like, hey, can you please come and do this for us? People always say, yeah, no problem. I don't feel like it'd be too hard to get them there, especially if you're paying it.
Where a girl's gonna tell you that her traumas are worse than yours, and you fought in Vietnam.
Yeah,
that's the most disrespectful crap I've ever heard in my whole life.
I think it's so performative. I think it's so extreme. Yeah. Like, I just have a hard time believing someone would actually hold those thoughts truly. You know what I mean?
AI. It's all AI.
It's
Rise of the Machines. Yeah. But I did have I wanted to hit you with a fact today. You're just an incredible, for those who don't know, Austin has just like a sixth sense about him, about guessing like world capitals, and like just he's just got a great basis of knowledge about historical facts. So I wanted to hit you with
it's all a lie. I'm not that smart, I promise.
We'll see here. This is the single determinant of your intelligence, this question I'm about to ask you.
It all comes down to this.
I want you to tell me what you think the newest world capital is. I will also provide you the context. It was in 2005 that it was made the capital. Additionally, it is a country that you've heard of. It is in, I don't know where this country is located.
So very helpful. Yeah, incredibly helpful.
You've got the whole world as your oyster to choose from. Yes. So newest capital city.
So the newest capital city of a country.
Yeah, like the equivalent of our Washington, D.C., yes. I'm just giving you one guess because we would be here all day. Just to see if you could get it.
2005?
2005. It was the newest one. And then later in 2026, we are going to get a new world capital city, is what I learned today.
I don't feel like
in New Guinea. New Guinea is getting a new capital city in 2026. However, the earliest one prior to that was the most new one, I mean to say, was in 2005. In a country I've heard you say before, I guess without trying to give too much away, it's a country with it's a fun country name to say, in my opinion.
I know this is a city, but Ulaanbaatar is really fun to say. Which is the capital of Mongolia, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Side note. The only thing that comes to mind, something that was recently formed as a country, but it was formed before that, be like Kosovo. Like the capital of Kosovo? No, probably not. No. The newest capital city.
I guess I can give you one more guess. I'm going to ask for it quickly because you have so many options to pick from. I don't want you because this is going to eat at you. I mean, you'll have to know, but
okay.
It's Myanmar, which I feel like is one of your classics.
Oh, Burma. Yeah, Myanmar. Yeah.
Yeah, Myanmar, man.
So what's the new capital of Myanmar?
Don't know. Just is.
It's just a new capital of Myanmar. You're not even going to prepare the information?
No.
We're cutting this whole section. This section sucks. This sucks, dude. People are going to be like, oh, maybe Austin will get it. Yeah, Tim just hyped this up, and he's like, no, it's just Myanmar. Anyways.
Myanmar, yeah. I thought you might have a chance. I just wanted to present you with an opportunity. Well, honestly, I'm not embarrassed. I think you should be. I gave you a really fair and good chance there to get that newest capital city.
The newest capital city? What are you talking about? It's Myanmar. I'm thinking, what is a new country that's been formed in 2005?
Yeah, man.
I had no idea. It's not Myanmar. Myanmar didn't become a country in 2005, did it?
Doubt it. I don't know.
Yeah, Burma's been a country for forever, and it's called Myanmar, but they call it Burma in the West, I believe.
I knew you knew stuff totally... like this. So I wanted to give you again. I'm not embarrassed. You should be.
Okay.
Moving on. I just wanted to give you a chance today. But yeah, you said you had something you wanted to talk about. You had a discussion to have today.
Yeah. So I did have a post this week that made me
Oh, that's
laugh
right. Yeah.
uncontrollably. Let me pull it up here. So somebody posted on TikTok here. He says, "Guys, please tell me your favorite thing to say after a minor convenience. I need to up my funny."
Okay.
Some of the things that people said were so funny. Like,
All right.
so I'll start with a couple lighter ones. Like, someone's like, "When I'm minorly inconvenienced," they'll say, "Yeah, we'll edit that out." Okay,
Okay.
that's kind of funny. Uh, Someone said here, "I'm headed to the roof. I'll meet you later on the sidewalk."
That's a stretch. Jeez.
But like a minor inconvenience. I think of like something like I stumble or something. He's like, "Yeah, I'm headed to the roof.
Yeah.
Don't follow me."
If we were like having like a dinner together, like our families, and you stubbed your toe, and we're like, "I'll be on the roof," I would laugh, and then I'd be like, oh my gosh, he's walking upstairs. Like,
He's actually
gosh.
another one I really like.
Crazy.
Another one I really like. He says, "Cut the cameras." That's a banger. It's like something.
I'm a big supporter of cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras.
I need to be alone right now. Big fan. That's a good one.
His guys, I don't own a farm, but every time something like this happens, they'll say, "Oh, we're gonna lose the farm." That's a good one.
If I would laugh out loud if someone out of context is just like upset. They're like, "I'm gonna lose the farm." That's so funny. What a random thing to say.
Yeah, there were a lot of really, really good ones. I'll have to
That's funny, man.
I'll have to find some more. I'll have to send you some later, but there were some hilarious ones.
I'm headed to the roof. I'll meet you on the sidewalk. There's not 6 more things I can think of that's more concerning to say in any context.
Yeah, if anyone were to say like I think like if my wife were to say it as a joke, I'd probably be like, "What's going on? Are you okay?"
What's interesting is that one of my coworkers today, he was very mild mannered, respectful guy, doesn't speak a lot. Like really funny when he does speak, but he doesn't. They were making a little bit of an adjustment to one of the processes we do at work, and he just like we were in like a Google Meet call, and he raised his hand, and he chimes in. He's like, "Really got her making this because I think this is going to be my 13th reason." And the whole chat was like, "Oh my gosh!"
It's like when you use friend group A humor with friend group B.
Yeah,
you know how you have like your good friends and you have the friends that you're like acquaintances with and you're very proper with, and you accidentally say something out of friend group B. You're like, "Oh, cut the cameras."
It did numbers. It went platinum in the group, dude. Everyone had to take like a minute to just laugh it off. Guy was just waiting for us to stop laughing before he continued his point, by the way.
He was just stone faced, like he's just like committed to the bit.
Would have been my 13th reason if we had to continue this. We're dying, and he's like, "Yeah, so about the process." And I was like, "This guy's locked. He's just got something to say." It was hilarious, dude, coming off of that. But I saw a post this week. I was going to share with you my post of the week as well. So I saw, and this has kind of been doing some numbers recently. I've seen quite a few posts about this, about kids from this generation sharing their school lunches, which you and I never got. Like I think who was it Michelle Obama like reworked all the school lunches. We weren't around for that. I don't like we were gone by that time, or whoever reworked the school lunches, and they changed them.
I think it was the Obama administration. I mean he was inaugurated in 2008 and we graduated in 2016, so we had to have, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We would have been around, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just remember, I guess Montana just didn't care, potentially. My school lunches didn't change. We didn't do
my school lunches in North Idaho it did not matter. Yeah. So I think nothing changed.
Yeah, just mutiny up where we live. But anyway, so they've been showing their school lunches and like how they've changed, and they just look whack. And I was like thinking to myself, and people were like, they were showing these 2 breadsticks with like a scoop of cottage cheese and like a marinara sauce cup and a juice. And they were like, "This is one of the bangers." I was like, that is truly one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I was going to ask you, I was like, do you remember? And I didn't eat a lot of like school lunches, but I remember like the options when I did go. Like there were days where I'm like, you have to be there today. What was like? Give me like a ranking of some of the school lunches you remember that were just top notch.
So one comes to mind immediately was chicken fajitas. with
Yeah.
like that half kind of like sour cream stuff. Like it wasn't real
Yeah.
sour cream. Like what is this? Elite.
Ooh,
So good.
yeah.
And the only sauce we had was Tabasco sauce. I just
Of
boom,
course.
boom, boom,
And
put
you're
Tabasco.
just
So good.
dousing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Chicken fajitas were
fajitas
incredible.
were bangers. Did you ever do? And this might have been just a thing in Idaho, where I went to high school before I moved to Montana. But
What Montana? It's probably pretty similar, I'm guessing.
it's
Before you
probably
say
pretty
it,
similar. I
yeah.
would reckon. But they do like the pizza pockets. Remember those?
Just like okay, so my one of one would have been pizza, and they cut it in like that weird
Yeah.
angle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the best. If it was pizza day, you're
It
like,
was elite.
Mom. It was essentially like Totino's pizza. It was like the highest tier of a Totino's pizza you could eat. I felt like
It was excellent. Yeah.
it was
but
incredible.
and so that was excellent. But in Idaho, we had these pizza pockets. It was like a hot pocket, but it was like a homemade hot pocket with like
Oh,
sausage,
yeah.
pepperoni,
We
and
didn't have
cheese and
these,
marinara
no.
sauce. That was elite. Like those are the two that come to mind. But so another thing I'd like to bring up real quick, because I just thought of it, and then we'll get back to lunches. But do you remember? Did you ever do school breakfasts?
Brother, this is where I was going next. The
Brother,
breakfast
do you
pizza.
remember
Is that what you're about to say?
breakfast pizza? The breakfast pizza was unreal. It was unreal. It's a top five food of all time.
There was pixie dust in there, surely, because I was in a trance the entire time I was eating it. I remember going and asking, like, how many servings can we get? And they're like, we're going to start everyone with 2. As you can see, sheets of it behind them. Like, and then we'll like, kind of pass it out to others. And I was like, yeah, no, just call my name when you've done the rounds. Because it was incredible.
I would feel biblical levels of greed when I'm like, I have to just eat 7 of these. I know that I cannot finish this, but I need to force it down because it's going to be wild. I was going to talk about the breakfast pizza, which was elite. It's got to be one of one. I do not think it's particularly close. One of one. But do you remember the Trix yogurt?
Yeah.
The Trix yogurt was crazy, dude. It was so good.
It was good. Were you they were giving you guys milk too, right? Of course.
Yeah, they had like the milk with the chocolate milk, and every now and then strawberry milk, which if you are a strawberry milk lover,
were you at? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like maybe once every 2 months you'd get strawberry milk and everyone would go crazy. I think strawberry milk and strawberry ice cream are the worst.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're terrible. They had nearly like a revolution on their hands one time. We had like a brand of chocolate milk that they changed, and it became one of the bigger controversies in the school. Like every day at lunch, there was nearly like a fight that was broken out. Like, this sucks. Like, and everyone was just like raging because they changed the chocolate milk, and it made a big difference. And then they started giving us like True Moo, I think, after that. And we were like, all right, this is fine. Like, it's fine. Like, we'll take it.
It's fine.
But it was like this like inconspicuously like Members Mark type packaging on these chocolate milks they used to.
Was it the Darigold?
Maybe, I don't remember. It was just like the most basic writing you've ever seen. That stuff went down like water. It was incredible.
Yeah, I remember being thick and delicious. I remember putting my lips on the carton and tasting the paper. Pause. But like you could taste the paper more than you could taste the chocolate milk. Almost, you're like,
oh yeah, part of the experience, man. Part of the experience.
I honestly feel bad for my kids because they probably will never be able to enjoy lunch like that. I'm sure maybe there's a good lunch or 2 nowadays, but I feel like consistently school lunches back in the day were pretty consistently pretty good.
Yeah, my mom especially when we were kids, for context, my whole hometown has 300 people. The school is a block away. And so we were just able to go home for lunch all the time. And my mom, before she started working at the post office, would just make us lunch every day. So I didn't eat a ton of school lunches until I was in high school and my mom had gone to work. And then like you'd look at they print the menus and you'd like look for the week and be like, Thursday's about to be a movie. Like, it looks incredible. Especially if you could dial it up. What they would do at our school is there was breakfast pizza in the morning the day before. They would cut it up and put little chunks of it in the salad bar for the next day, so you could get cold parts of it. Dude, people were taking that by the trunk full on their plate. Like, leave some for us in the back, please. And you're like yelling, like, no. Like, as you're just seeing people just ravage the salad bar. You're like, no. Because they used to randomly call what grade would go first for lunch. Like it'd be like today it's the whatever graders and like you're like listening to it on like a breakfast beat today. You're like please 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 me up, and then you're looking back at the lower classmen and you're just good just taking everything. It was what a day, man. It's so good.
Back when times were simpler.
Oh man, like
It's
we
funny.
talked about.
Yeah, it's funny. Like each season in your life, you're like, dude, surely life after high school gets easier. And then you get to college, like, okay, it didn't. But surely when I'm done with my degree, it'll get easier, right? It just never does. It just never gets easier. Yeah.
Yeah, never, ever, ever does it get easier than when you're eating a school lunch. Depending on where you are, you're potentially either just coming off of or just going to recess right afterwards, and then just chilling for the rest of the day in class. Like, just, oh man, what a time.
Brother, I'd like to do a draft with you. I was
My
thinking about it today. I
favorite
know
role.
you and I are both big fans of breakfast food. I need you to put together your team, your perfect team of 5 breakfast foods, and I'll
Are we
counter
going
it.
back and forth?
We're going back and forth, and because I posed the question, you go first, and let's go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I
So
don't
you
care
go
what
ahead. You
I don't care
start
what
off.
anybody says. I think there is a one of one pick here. There is a clear best breakfast food, and if you don't like this food as a breakfast as the goat, I just think you're off base. Eggs. Eggs is one of one.
So you're just gonna patent all eggs?
All eggs. Yeah.
All eggs? You can't just take all
I
eggs.
have
You
to
gotta
pick a
give me a
certain
dish.
thing.
You gotta pick a
No.
dish. Brother, you can take eggs and like you can't pick anything after like I have
No,
a monopoly on
eggs.
eggs.
Correct.
You can't just pick it. You're saying scrambled eggs, or you say like okay, when
Eggs.
you say eggs, you're talking about like eggs with nothing else. So I could still say something like was a so I can't say eggs Benedict, or you're talking about like fried eggs or
I
scrambled
feel
eggs.
like you can say eggs Benedict if you want to. I feel like I have hard boiled poached spread. I'm being selfish.
Okay,
I want
so
hard
just
boiled
like
poached
like
fried any preparation of egg. I get. But you can
okay,
do a dish, for example, I'm going to give this to you. Like if you wanted to say omelet, I feel like that's within your right.
okay, okay. I'm glad we cleared that up. Fine, that's
Okay,
fine.
so
As I
eggs.
thought you were patenting all eggs. I'm like, so we have like 2 breakfasts to choose from now.
No, yeah. Like now you can't pick like something else, but yeah, one of one is eggs, just in general. That's okay. Wait, hold on. Let's clarify. Are we doing like actual dishes or just like breakfast items? Because I'll change my answer if it's like we're doing like a meal type thing.
I feel like so if we're doing dishes, I feel like you can say just eggs. Like that makes sense. Like scrambled, boiled, poached,
Okay.
fried. Like you can say eggs. That's fine.
Okay.
So is that your answer for number 1?
I'm nervous now. I just feel like the look on your face, you've got such a good one loaded.
I've got one locked. Yeah, dude, I've got one unlocked.
No. I guess I have to. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Eggs is my one of one pick. First thing I thought.
All right. My 1-on-1 pick is biscuits and gravy.
You did this on purpose.
Yeah, I do. That is your favorite breakfast.
Food of all. That's my favorite
it's your favorite food of all time.
I'd
like he's gonna pick biscuits and gravy first. Yeah, F you. I pick
genuinely
biscuits and
the
gravy.
reason I gained quite a bit of weight after my leg surgery is I have a wonderful wife who brought me biscuits and gravy near daily and was bringing this to me with a thick sausage gravy. And I was like, yum, yum, yum. And I was not moving. So I was, oh gosh. Yeah, that was going to be 2 for me. That's where I was leaning.
Yeah. So my number one is biscuits and gravy, specifically Southern biscuits and gravy.
I actually don't even know if I want to participate anymore. That rocked me. Are we doing snake? So do you get 2 now? Are you going to take another one and then it's back to me for 2?
No, we'll just, is that usually how it works?
Yeah. You'll usually get 2 and then it'll come back to me for 2. So.
All right. So for my next one, I'm choosing breakfast burritos.
I do think I'm kind of clapped here. In general,
you're on the
like
back
if we're
foot.
comparing, okay. I do have one that I feel like is an all-timer that I'm gonna take, and it's doubling a little bit up of what I've got, but it's so iconic. I'm gonna take the bacon, egg, and cheese like breakfast bagel sandwich.
Oh, a bagel! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I think
a bagel sandwich is a non-Periel experience.
I think that's the next. At least person, I think that's a lot of people's one. Like truly like a goat level.
A breakfast bagel is crazy. Or bagels in general.
I agree. I'm high. So that I'm back a little bit here. I still think I'm kind of on the back foot. You've got all breakfast burritos. You've got biscuits and gravy. I need another like really heavy hitter. I do think I'm gonna lean, and you may disagree. You've just put me in a bind here. I want to go with. I'm just gonna take pancakes. I think they're the next strongest
Dang it.
competitor. I think they're the next strongest competitor. So I think I have to go pancakes here. And now back to you for two more picks. I'm so nervous. You had such a strong first two. Oh god.
Yeah. All right. So number 3. This is tough because I was gonna pick IHOP pancakes because IHOP pancakes
IHOP
are,
specifically.
but well, like it's just like so light and fluffy. But like, I guess diner pancakes. in
Yeah. Oh
general.
yeah.
Diner pancakes. Yeah. Gosh, this is tough. Yeah, you kind of back that breakfast sandwich is wrong. Okay. I kind of want to say breakfast crunch wrap. Those things are crazy. Those things are crazy, dude. They're so good.
Don't you dare.
But like, I've already picked breakfast burrito. Does this fall in the category? Do I have to pick it separately?
It has to, right? It's just a breakfast burrito folded for a king.
Folded differently, with a hash brown. And so
Yeah.
I will not say breakfast crunch wrap. We're going to
Okay.
include that in breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
Somehow my roster got stronger without making a pick. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
A classic, I guess like a Grand Slam just breakfast.
Brother.
Like, you know, you
What
go
are we
in, like
doing?
you got
No,
your
no,
eggs
hold
and
on,
bacon.
hold on.
Eggs
You
and
can't do
bacon
that.
toast.
That's a
Well,
whole.
okay, wait.
That's like 5 items. Because now you have
Yeah,
pancakes,
sure.
eggs, bacon, hash brown sausage, all those things. You can't do that. And toast.
No, I understand. But you said eggs, but that doesn't mean I can't do egg. Like, I'm talking like specifically like the combination, the culmination of the
No.
Grand Slam
Veto.
breakfast.
Pick something else.
Okay, veto. Well, you
Veto.
used your one veto.
I feel
what
like
do we got
let's
here?
try as much as we can to keep it to like, because like biscuits with sausage gravy is like, that's the whole dish. A breakfast burrito, that makes sense. That's the whole dish. Like a Grand Slam is a menu item at a specific location. Try to keep it to like the generalized dish. I feel like that's the most fair, because I could be like, at True Religion, one of the restaurants near me, like I could just list like menu item number 14. Is it incredible? Yeah, it definitely was. I was just there recently for my birthday. So
Nice.
But that's not fair, you know?
Sure, okay. Next, I'm gonna go with donuts.
Whoa.
Donuts for breakfast.
Whoa.
Donuts for breakfast. That's a hit, dude. That is a hit.
Brother, I won't lie. You could have got this last round. It was not coming up on my list.
Dude, I love donuts for breakfast. And then my next pick will be French toast.
Oh yeah, you get 2. Shoot. I was thinking I was in the clear with that. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Got donuts and French toast.
All right. Well, I think so. I've got, how many do I have? I've got 3. So this is the last 2 picks here, right? You're done, or will you get the last pick? What do you have?
So
go back over your roster right now.
So you have biscuits and gravy, breakfast burritos, donuts, and French toast.
So you will get 1 additional pick. Okay, because I've got 3. I have eggs, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and pancakes. Ooh, I gotta lock in here, man. I need. Okay, I think value's too high. I have to take waffles. I've gotta.
Waffles are just a bad pancake.
This is wrong.
If waffles have 0 haters, it's because I've moved on.
Brother, this is so wrong. Waffles have an incredible texture. Especially a crispy waffle with butter and syrup is incredible. It's a unique experience to pancakes. I'll die on that hill. It is a completely different experience. One's fluffy, one's crispy.
Okay. I guess the only time I would enjoy a waffle over pancake is if I'm having chicken and waffles.
So chicken and waffles is what I wanted to say, but I didn't know if we would count that as breakfast food.
It's not a breakfast food now.
See, that's where I thought that's my second favorite food ever So
Yeah.
I'm very Southern in my food
And I
taste.
didn't know that. I totally would have said that. My first two picks
Yeah.
were going to be biscuits, gravy, chicken, waffles. I'm like, that's not. Yeah.
I would have been, yeah, I would have been steaming through the camera if you would have set me up like that. Okay,
Right.
I think I'm gonna take waffles, and then I'm just gonna end with hash browns. I think hash browns are incredible.
Just hash browns in general. Just that's it. Just
Yeah,
hash
taking
browns.
all hash browns. Just any preparation of hash browns in my bag now.
Okay. For my
Oh my
final.
gosh, I just forgot about one, but it's your pick. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
Dang.
I just missed one. I missed one of the goats.
So I'm thinking right here. I've got one of two that I really enjoy for
Oh
breakfast
no,
food.
you're gonna take
You
it.
ever have monkey bread?
I didn't even think about it. It's one of the greatest foods of all time.
Monkey bread is so good, dude. So my last two, I'm
No.
juggling between monkey bread and cinnamon rolls. Uh,
This
dude,
I came into this question. I might as well be blind and deaf. Like I don't even know where I was looking for these foods. I
it,
forgot so many good ones.
it's so it's funny you say that breakfast is your favorite food when you actually know nothing. I
Yeah.
think final pick. I'll probably go monkey bread. That pull apart
Yeah.
monkey. That stuff is so
It's
good. It's
incredible. It's
crazy.
what I ask for all the time. I don't even know how to think of that. It's because it's just such like a pleasure for me. I didn't even think of like associating with breakfast. I'm like, this is just incredible. I can have it for lunch. I can have it
Yeah.
for dinner. I can have breakfast anytime. And I'm just like, that's so good.
Oh yeah. But that's definitely a breakfast food. That's for sure.
Oh
Right?
yeah, yeah. I would classify it as breakfast food. And neither one of us said bacon. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, it's like when I think of like dishes, like there are things that include bacon. I'm saying, with the exception of, you ever been to what is it called, First Watch?
No.
So I can't. It's something. I think it's First Watch. They have this thing. It's called the $1 Million Bacon, but it's like bacon that has like maple syrup on it. It's been baked. It is so good.
Oh, is it like
is
a brown
elite.
sugar, like glazed bacon that
I'm
they
not
do?
sure what they're putting on it, but it's addictive.
It does
It's
it
got
for
to
me.
be
Yeah.
some kind of hard drug. It does it
Yeah.
for me for sure.
Yeah, man.
That's an
I feel like
excellent. But I
bacon
mean, like,
was slept on. I feel like bacon was a better pick over hash browns. But then again, I
and
didn't even say cinnamon rolls or
mm,
monkey bread, which you were
so
ready for. That pisses me off. I can't believe I forgot
y-
those.
which was a blunder by you for sure.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Like, this might be controversial. I think bacon as a breakfast food is okay. I think bacon's strength comes from its
Brother,
versatility
you're
in
going
other
to
savory
get
dishes.
crushed in the comments.
It's fine. That's fine.
You're
But
going to get
let us know in the
crushed.
comments who won the draft. I think there's a very clear winner, and I think there's a very clear loser.
Okay, well, on my screen you pointed the opposite way, so sorry to whoever's taking that flag.
The
But,
editor.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I do think you came into that draft a lot prepared than me and just rocked me. I do think you rocked me. Now I will say this: I think bacon, egg, and cheese is some people's goat, and that's going to carry a lot of weight.
Sure. Yeah, it's delicious. Like a good bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle hits.
Oh, if we could have said the McGriddle, oh my gosh,
Just General
that's
McGriddle. Like,
incredible.
also, by the way, 27,000 calories. Delicious though. Dude, give
Who
me 4 of them.
cares? Give it to
Who
me.
cares? I'll eat 4 of them in one sitting. Seriously.
Love it. Well, brother, I've got a draft for you. We were kind of doing drafts today, but it's just for you. I just wanted to ask you something that I prepared. So I've got a keep 3, cut 5. It's kind of something that's been going around a little bit. A keep 3, cut 5 movies edition for you. Now I try to tailor this a little bit towards
no.
you. This is going to be
Oh gosh.
a little difficult. So I'm just going to give you one at a time. You're just going to tell me if you're keeping it or you're
And this is
cutting it.
blind. I don't know what's coming next.
No. You will get one movie
Oh.
just drip fed to you at a time. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
We're starting. Movie number 1 is Gladiator.
Pass. I'll pass on that one actually.
cutting-
Because I
you're
feel like
cutting
there's going to be
Gladiator.
some heavy hitters.
Okay. Cutting Gladiator. All right. The second movie you have is All Quiet on the Western Front.
The new one?
Uh-huh.
That was a good one.
I did this. I know that's a movie you're high on. So
That's a good one. I did like that movie a lot. I thought it was really good.
And remember, I just want to remind you, so this is number 2 of 8 because you're going to keep 3 and come 5. So just keep that in mind as you're going. But continue.
I'm hesitant to use one of my keeps this early. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut with the soul because I do like Gladiator more than I like All Quiet on the Western Front.
Right.
But I'm
Okay.
nervous what comes next. Like the last movie's just gonna be like Kindergarten Cop. I'm like, gosh, dang it.
The Rugrats classic. Yep, it's coming your way.
No, if it was the Rugrats classic, I'm keeping that one. That's for sure.
Okay.
The emotion I felt when Tommy
Wow.
doesn't want
This
to
is a
feed his
take.
brother. I'm
This
like,
is a take. Okay, next movie for you. So you've got 2 cuts already. You've got those first 2. Is 1917.
oh, keep that. The movie's excellent. The
Okay.
cinematography is so good. The way that I love that movie. They'll keep that one. We're keeping 1917.
Okay. Movie number. This is for your 4th movie. Is Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King.
Keep. It has to be an instantaneous keep.
Okay, brother, you've got.
So I got one
2
more
keeps
keep.
used. No,
I'm
you have
so
to cut.
sad.
You have to cut most of these next movies. Okay. Next movie, Star Wars: The Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, cut. Easy cut. It's not even the best
Whoa.
Star Wars movie.
Okay.
If you said Rogue One or Empire Strikes Back, nostalgia, it's putting nostalgia, I'd have to think about it. Revenge of the Sith, I like. The choreography's good. Other than that fight on Mustafar, that fight sucks, dude.
We're gonna move on from that conversation there.
That's what the kids call a rage bait there.
Yeah, you're done speaking for now. I might limit you to yes or no from now on.
But I will say Revenge of the Sith for me is an easy cut.
Okay. All right. Next movie that you've got is The King, which just to remind you is the Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, with Timothy Chalamet. I'll cut that one too. I'll cut that one.
Cut that one. Next is The Departed. Do you not know The Departed?
The Departed's good. I like The Departed.
That's
gonna be
one of your last 2 movies.
Yeah, so I guess I'll cut this one and I'll keep the final movie then.
So I'm gonna go back through them. You've decided to keep, or excuse me, I'll just go through. You cut Gladiator. You cut All Quiet on the Western Front. You kept 1917. You cut The King. You cut Revenge of the Sith. You kept Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. You cut The Departed, and you kept as the last movie The Lion King.
I've never even seen Lion King.
What?
I've genuinely never seen Lion King.
You've never seen The Lion King?
No, I've never seen that. Literally, I'm not
what
trying
are
to
we
raise
doing?
you. I promise you I've never seen
Watch
Lion
it
King.
tonight. What is this? What?
I guess I could. It's
incredible.
I
think I've seen all 3 Lion King movies, actually. And there might
there's
even be
more than one?
Yeah, brother. Lion King 2, like Simba's Pride or whatever it's called. Yeah.
It's so low for me. I've literally
never.
What
are we doing?
Unfortunately,
obviously you've seen a lot of clips from Lion King at a bare minimum, right?
Yeah, I've seen some clips and like there's like the classic. He's like holding up the lion and they're like again, yeah, like that part. I probably totally butchered that, but that's about it.
I have something to say about that came out recently. Now you're not forgiven at this time for not having seen Lion King. That's absolutely absurd and ridiculous. However, I was watching, and who knows how much of this is real. It seemed like the guy seemed like an authority on what the words were, but they were asking him what that means at the beginning of the movie. And they're like, Savannah, that whole part. And the guy said it means, oh, there's a lion. Oh my gosh, there's a lion, is all that says.
So what you're saying is I'm not missing out on anything by not watching this movie.
Brother, what are we talking about? You are missing that's got to be a top 5 Disney movie ever, easily. Incredible score.
No way.
It's incredible. What are we doing? It's incredible.
There's no way amazing. Lion King is top 5. Like there's some incredible Disney movies. Like there's no way Lion King is
including the
5.
Lion King. You've got James Earl Jones is Mufasa. He's incredible. It is one of the better villain stories. It's a coming of age story. It's told through a good medium. I think it came out in 1999, I think, and it holds up to this day. It is so good.
I just feel like if that was true, people would be recommending it to me. Like, I know you are right now, but like,
oh my gosh,
I
just think everyone assumes you've seen it. I feel like everybody assumes everyone's seen The Lion King. I'm pretty sure it's the biggest Broadway production ever as well. Like, it's
fantastic. Good for them. I've
I'm
never
just saying.
seen it.
this is ridiculous. That you've never seen like it. That's crazy.
Let me just go get out. You said 1999. Let me go get out my old VCR.
Brother, we had it on the VHS, bro. We had it on that. We were watching that all the time, spinning those tapes, rewinding them. Dude, it truly like that's one of the GOAT Disney movies. You gotta see it soon.
Maybe I'll queue it up and I'll watch it with Atticus while Molly's out of town or something.
He's gonna like it so much he's gonna ask you to play it all the time. I will create an addict doing this. It's so good.
Okay, I guess I'll take your word for it.
This freaking guy.
I guess it was great that I kept that one. I suppose.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just disappointed. I guess you've actually ruined my spirit of joy. So
I'm sorry. I'm genuinely not even. I'm being 100% truthful when I say I've never seen The Lion King. I promise.
Genuinely jarring. That's crazy. But anyway, we'll move on to a movie that we both. This is a good segue into a movie that we're both very excited to see. One in a series where we've both seen the first two movies. Have you seen the Dune 3 trailer quite yet?
I just watched it right before hopping on. It looks so excellent. It looks so good. Like one thing that I love about the first couple of Dune movies, and the fight sequences, the choreography is excellent. The score is excellent. The cinematography, the director, which how do you pronounce it? Is it Denis or Dennis?
It's Denis for sure. His last name's hard to say. I think it's like Denis Villeneuve.
Whatever it is. Like when he did the Blade Runner movie,
2049.
The colors so good. Like the Dune movies are shot and directed so well. I've been seeing a lot of people online talking about the Dune movies here. These 3 Dune movies could potentially beat out Lord of the Rings as best movie trilogy of all time. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, and maybe it's just like the nostalgia in me. I just don't know if I could ever see anything beating the Lord of the Rings movie. I think I would truly have to be. And I actually saw a post today that she was showing like side by side the Oscars won by the films. And as of now, if you just went like 2 for 2, Dune has more like Academy Awards that way. But it was like the first Lord of the Rings won like 4, and then the second one won 2, and the first Dune won like 2, and the second one won like 6, and then the third Lord of the Rings movie won 11. And so, I mean, which is, I believe it's the most awarded film ever. And
they had a clean sweep, didn't they? Everything they got nominated for. They won everything
they were nominated for. And then you've got this third Dune movie, which has got some of the higher momentum for a film I've ever seen, especially because Timothée Chalamet is on a heater right now. And
he's on a run.
Oh my gosh. And he's like, I think he's only 30 years old. He has been in some massive films, it's like a lot of like really recognized films. When he marches up those stairs in that trailer, and you just see that army in front of him, I was like, let's go, Timmy. Like it's just sick, man. I'm really excited. But yeah, in terms of the trilogy thing, I genuinely don't think anything could ever unseat Lord of the Rings unless it was. And Dune is kind of like high fantasy in a lot of ways, but it would have to be something like truly revolutionary. Another one I heard people throwing out as like something that could be in terms of like high rated films as well would be like the animated like Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. Like those are 2 of like
which are so good. Those movies are so good.
And then people were saying, how good does, I think it's called Beyond have to be for it to potentially be the greatest trilogy ever? And I was like, this might just be like kind of like the boomer opinion to me. It's like, I just don't think any movie, like you'd have to convince me that anything's better than the Return of the King film, which I just can't. It's hard for me to see.
It's a top 3 in my opinion. Like it's a top 3 movie. Whereas I think that The Two Towers is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie. I love that movie, but it'll be interesting. I feel like the biggest hurdle.
Did you just hold on? Did you just say The Two Towers is a top 3 Lord of the Rings movie?
No. I'm saying like it's one of my top 3 movies.
Just in
Return to the King is one of my top 3 movies in general.
Oh, I think you said Two Towers is a top 3 Lord of the Rings movie. I was like, thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're right. It is
for that insight. I was like, this guy.
Yeah. That would be foolish of me. No, I think Return of the King is a top 3 movie of all time for me personally. But I do like Two Towers more. But anyway, we won't get into that.
Well, but we can. I want to say something too about like Dune, and I don't know if you've seen these in theaters. The cinema experience that Dune was
Crazy.
incredible. I didn't see Return of the King in theaters. I can only read about what other people said. People were saying like it like changed their life, which I don't think Dune changed my life, but it was incredible. People were like, I was like shaking walking out of the theaters of Return of the King, which was the culmination of like this incredible story, and it's just done so well. I yeah,
Right.
I would, it would really have to be, I think Dune 3 would have to be the greatest film I've ever seen for me to say like, oh yeah, it's probably better. Like it would have to be one best film of all time.
It's tough. Like I'm so excited for the movie, and I'm gonna watch it, and I'd like to see it in IMAX if I can. I'd probably have to fly out somewhere with an IMAX though. I don't know if there's an
Yeah.
IMAX in the entirety of Montana,
Oh,
unless
probably
there's one
not. Yeah.
unless there's one in Billings, maybe. Other than that,
Yeah, is it
I
worth
do
a
not think
five
there's
and a
one.
half hour drive to go see an IMAX film? No, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
like
at least 3.5 hours long. Like you're gonna have to drive there, stay the night, wake up, see the movie the next
right.
day. Like that'd be
Yeah,
an experience. But like, my gosh,
yeah. I wonder. Like I don't know. I don't know. That's such a hurdle for them to go in and get 11 Oscars at
Ugh.
least to
Yeah.
match.
Well, and considering Dude 2, like it did well, but like Timmy didn't win Best Actor, and there was I think it might have won most of the sound category, but I don't know if it won all of it. And I'm like, I just don't even know how that's possible. Like
Yeah,
the sounds of that movie are incredible, but it's gonna be an experience. But this is an incredible year for movies. Like we got the Odyssey coming out. We've got
yeah.
a new
That'll be sweet.
Spider-Man film coming out. We've got Avengers Doomsday. I believe as well that they said the other day that Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday come out the same day, and both studios said not changing the date. And everyone's like, guys, please, like, because what are you gonna go do? See both the films back to back? What a tough decision to make.
I feel like I would. I feel like I'd make the trip out and then I'd just go watch. But like I was
That's gonna be
watching this
like
video one time.
8 hours of films. That's crazy.
I could do it. I've sat through the entire extended editions of The Lord of the Rings. I could do 2 movies.
It's a rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if we'll be able to dethrone Lord of the Rings, but I honestly, if they did, I'd be happy to go and experience the movie. That would be sweet. If I could have a series or a trilogy hang their hat on best trilogy of all the time over Lord of the Rings, I'm really excited to see it. I just
Yeah,
don't know if it'll happen.
it's like it's true. Like what we would complain about the movie being the greatest movie we've ever seen, and it might be like hard to say like, oh yeah, I guess it is technically better than Lord of the Rings, but like, gosh, it'd be pretty cool to go see the greatest movie of all time if it happens to be that, because the first two movies are incredible. I've seen a lot of people talking about it as well. It's like it's you can gauge like the level of film fan, or like the conversation you're gonna have about movies with someone based on how they feel about Dune Part 1, where it's like, oh,
Right.
it's like, oh, it was super boring, I thought it was dumb. I'm like, we're not in the same game. We're in
No,
different
no.
we're in different
Yeah.
enjoyment levels, or especially because people like accuse a lot of people nowadays of like all the attention spans are super low and whatnot. But Dune Part 1's amazing, and it's a slow burn, but it's worth it. It's great.
It's so good. There's just so many things to love about that movie.
Yeah, dude. Decided.
Brother, I got a hypothetical for you. A couple hypotheticals for you.
Yeah.
First one. What what in your mind is the most illegal thing you could do with $1?
Oh, wow. I didn't think that's what you were gonna ask. What's the most illegal thing I could do? Okay, I've got one. This is gonna.
Sure.
I think I'd bribe a judge. I think I would go.
Bribery?
Yeah, no, I think I'd bribe, because I think it's a federal offense, right? I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I'd preemptively bribe a judge and then commit a crime and then ask for a lenient sentence prior.
Like, A, let this slide and then you jaywalk.
Well, I mean, I guess. Sure, jaywalking, but like, yeah, I think just off the top of my head, with $1. Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah,
I've had a lot of time to think about this.
yeah. I mean, clearly, I'm interested in what you have to say. That's something I guess I could like. I really don't know. I feel like the first thing that comes to mind is just bribery. Is that simpleton thinking
Yeah,
of me?
that I feel like there's something more illegal you can do. So I feel like you take that dollar, you walk
Okay.
into a convenience store, say, "Hey, I need change. I need $1 worth of pennies." So you get 100 pennies.
Okay.
You take the 100 pennies, you put them in a sock, and then you beat somebody.
See, you're gonna kill someone. That. How
I
much?
feel like
What's
like,
the weight behind 100 pennies? I feel like if someone smacks me with 100 pennies, I'm inconvenienced, but I'm not dead. You know.
you'd have to hit them a bunch of times, I think.
You better
to
knock
get
me
'em.
out the first hit, because I'm really upset if I get hit by 100 pennies. A sock full of pennies? Oh my! You better kill me on the first one. You better take me out. Oh my gosh!
I just
Yeah.
wonder, like, you take the sock full of pennies. I just feel like you could. I feel like you get some weight behind there, man. I feel
If
like
I'm the
I feel like
cashier and you make me take the time to cash you out 100 pennies and you beat me with that sack of 100 pennies, I'm never,
thanks.
ever, ever forgiving you. I would never, no matter what. Any sentence you got, because that's not, like, if you just, like, knocked me out and left, and they sentence you, they'd be like, it's like 6 months community service. I'd be like, no! He needs life! Give him life! He had a notion to come in and ruin my day with this violent assault like that. That's awful. That's a pretty good answer though. That's oh my
I
gosh.
think it's funny that you think my immediate thought is like, "Hey, thanks for the pennies," and then to beat the person who gave them to me.
To beat the guy that cast you out.
I just feel like that'd be awkward. Like,
an
he's
easy
probably
first
behind.
target. He's proximity wise.
Sure, I guess, but like he's behind a counter. Like I feel like I'd have to like slink around at night and find someone who's unassuming and to hit them from behind. I
So
feel like that probably
you
would
cash
be
out
the move.
$1 and become a vigilante? What is this?
You cash out $1. It's like, but no, with
Hey.
malintent.
Yeah, golly, that's that. Yeah, I mean that's pretty illegal. I guess I bribed someone and you got aggravated assault from cashing out $1.
No, but I feel like if you can get them down and you just keep hitting them to the point where they become deceased, then you know murder is much more illegal than bribery. Yeah. You're making fun of me, but you just have bribery.
Brother, you beat someone with a sack of pennies. I'm telling you, you better end it on the first hit because you're getting robbed. I'm so mad.
Or like what's like the heaviest thing I could buy for $1? And then put that, but you got to use the dollar in the crime. I don't think you can purchase something and then commit the crime. I think you go in, get the 100 pennies, and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's genuinely really funny when that you had time to think about that and do that. Wow, because I'm asking for the maximum sentence, whatever it may be, that you get, especially if I'm the person that crime's committed
it's
against.
Not enough.
It's not enough. Anything you say isn't enough, and I want repayment. I want damages paid to me because I
got 100 pennies for you.
Oh, but you couldn't say that.
If you were
if you were smug in the courtroom and you said, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to talk about like the punitive payments out," and you were like, "May I suggest 100 pennies?" I'd fly over the.
No, like we're going to talk about the punitive payments, and I was like take my sock off and just dump it out on the counter.
Yeah. I actually think I would set the courtroom ablaze with like the temperature that I would be at. Like everything would light on fire because I'd be so livid to even suggest. Especially, what if the judge, like while he was paying out, like, should we pay it in pennies? couldn't say that to me. No, like, if he was like trying to make it like a little lighthearted joke, not good, not me. Wrong
I will
guy.
not be disrespected. I will not.
Oh yeah. No,
It's like,
no.
they review the court footage, just you lunging at the guy like, come here,
Yeah.
I swear.
Oh, I think I'm at my most vulnerable after being beaten by a sock of, because I imagine you're putting it in a sock.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, in a sock. I take off my sock and I put 100 pennies in a sock and beat somebody.
Yeah, no, I'd need a psyche eval. No, I'd be I'd be beside myself.
Now, like a little side question. Is it more effective to take the 100 pennies and leave them in a roll, or do you leave them loose in the sock? What's doing more damage?
It's got to be the loose pennies, right?
I don't know. I think maybe
just tie, maybe like you'd have to like tie the knot like really tight, loose at the end, and just like whipping that thing. Like that's got to be because I feel like it's a little bit more awkward. And then there's the paper of the roll
to kind of cushion,
and like a little bit of cushion. But if it's a loose like 9-penny hit to the face, oh. Now, I'm telling you, it better be over after strike one. I'm gonna repeat that till the
For the experts in the comments, let us know in the comments. Loose pennies or pennies in a roll? What's doing more damage?
Or also, what is the most illegal thing you could do with one U.S. dollar?
I will be reading these personally, and best one wins a prize. We'll shout you out on the podcast. We'll say, hey. So we'll feature your comment on the podcast, but it's got to be creative. It's got to be good, and it's got to like. Maximum sentence. Like, what is the worst punishment you could get for
worst that you could get? I think you did it though. If you are committing to ending
I'm sure there are people much more creative than I in the comments that would love to bring up this topic. Yeah. Anyway, that was your first hypothetical, and we're just getting started. This one's actually a lot more lighter hearted.
Okay.
You go back in time, and you are given an opportunity to start life again at age 8, what do you change? Like, do you go throughout your life the exact same way, or like, what do you change if you start in life again from age 8?
Probably everything.
Like, yeah, look at you. Of course, yeah, you would.
Yeah, that's just so early on. Do I have the knowledge that I have now?
You have the knowledge that you have nowadays. Yeah. So you wake up tomorrow morning and you have all of your memories and all of your knowledge, and you wake up in 9-year-old. I'll pull up the picture of you at T-ball with your yellow jersey on. We're gonna put that on the screen. Finley, go ahead and put that on the screen now. I'll send it to you.
We're just not doing that. That's all right. That's I believe that's a sealed court document actually.
I have it right here. I'll show it to the people on the webcam right now.
That's all right. Thank you though. But I think. Obviously, I mean, everyone's just going to say the same thing. If you go back to age, you're just investing, you're going to be locked in to try to just maximize all the money you can invest in, like Apple and Bitcoin and Nvidia and like all the big stocks. GameStop, if you're really willing to hit that shorting of GameStop.
Oh, yeah.
When that happens, like, yeah, I feel like that'd be it. I feel like you'd really want to set yourself up like health wise and like exercise all the time and be like I'm just not trying to end up like my coworker who needs a plan to get up off the ground and like,
I mean, you can do that right now though. Like you can take care of your health for the future right now.
Right. Yeah. I guess, but I feel like if you are setting yourself up financially and then you just know like you're chilling for the rest of your life in 10 years when you're 18 or whatever it is, you'd want to be in like, I guess you're what do you say? You're 8 years old. I guess you're probably
8 years old.
Fine. I was escaping childhood obesity at the time, so I would.
I have the picture. It's getting put up. It's getting put up for the pod.
Yeah. As someone who could barely run back then, I was running from it. It was all over me. That genuinely, they could have used that photo of me as like the cover for like the American Heart Association like children's edition and been like one of our big project, and they should have used the word big, like one of our big projects from this era. Like, yeah, that would have been, they would have done numbers back then with that. Especially if they showed like a time jump. We're like, look how well he did. Oh yeah, my gosh.
That would be devastating.
But like, yeah, I think that's the easy, obvious answer. Is there something you thought of, like something you do, like?
So I think it's the obvious. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'd buy Bitcoin and stuff like that." Yeah,
Right,
100%. I feel
yeah.
like I would work as hard as I possibly could. Like I'm 8 years old. I'm like, I'm going to mow every lawn on my block for pennies on the dollar. I'm going to do whatever I can to get as
Yeah.
much capital as I can to invest. Sure, that's not the obvious thing. What worries me though is I would be very nervous to get back to the point. I want to get back to the connections that I have now, specifically with like my wife and my kids. You're rolling the dice genetically with your kids, like you'd probably have different kids. Especially even if you find a way to meet your wife again. Like I met my wife in Argentina by pure happenstance. It was totally luck. I don't know if I could recreate that exact situation where we end up together
Yeah,
and
it's hard.
then and even if we do end up together, probably not having the same kids. I'd miss that'd be it for my kids. I'd never be able to have my kids again.
Well, it's like
You know?
here's the thing is like it's almost like you'd have to limit yourself, especially if like you're investing, you're doing all these things. We're disgustingly wealthy. I
Yeah.
met my wife in college.
Right.
If I've got hundreds of millions of dollars from this investing that I've done, in best case scenario, that's how it works out. And then I'm like, well, now I need to go to school, even though I'm like the richest person around, and I need to
Right.
go back to college. I met my wife after being in school for quite a few years as well. So like I'd have to go and sit through multiple years of college, even though I have
To try to
hundreds
recreate the
of
situation.
millions of dollars to recreate that. And then I also need to pitch it to her that I'm the guy that I was in the previous timeline and not, oh, I'm some rich boy that's here just because I can be. And I'm, like I feel like that does, yeah, it's a good point. You'd have to, yeah, recreate the exact circumstances if you, especially with the decisions you were happy with before you went back.
Yeah, oop, that's just like so to like I guess going back to the beginning of the question, like if you can choose, like, hey, would you go back to age 8? You can say yes or no. Obviously, you know what we do, but like I don't know if I would. I just feel like I just love my two children so much. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe I could because I know the college that she went to for her doctorate program. I might be able to like stalk her or something. Sounds horrible, sweetheart. If you're listening to this, I love you so much. This is for love. This is for love, not because I'm creepy. I promise. Uh,
Yeah. It's like
like
about like the Haley Bieber that well like well, Baldwin was her name before, like Haley Baldwin, Justin Bieber situation is like everyone assumes like she like stalked him so much, and then a lot of people say like, well, he married his biggest stalker, like, and she like followed him everywhere and like all this stuff. Like it'd be like a similar situation where you'd be like, okay,
yeah,
because all these things about her too, so you have to like really balance of like I cannot come off as creepy because they might say
yeah,
something and you'd be like, oh yeah, because you like XYZ, and they'd be like, how the frick do you know that? And you'd be like,
yeah,
well, like that would be a little tough.
yeah. Like that'd be hard. Like but at the same time, if you could get in and be there for a couple of months, you know exactly like their interests and stuff and things that they like
Yeah.
and don't like. Like I feel like you can make it work if you were to get in for a couple months. But then again, dude, chances of you having your exact same child again, almost non-existent.
Right. I mean, it is I guess, yeah, I guess. I mean, it is the same DNA, but yeah, every time is a
Same DNA,
different
but like
attempt. Yeah, I hear what you're
you
saying.
know, I just don't know if I do. I don't know if I could. Like I just love
That's
my
a
kids
really
too
hard
much.
decision. I feel like you weigh like
Yeah,
I want to go back and set us up for like all this success, but does us exist? And you've got, so I met my wife when I was like 21 ish. Like I've got
sure.
13 years to dial in and make sure that I'm ready. Like that is a lot of pressure to go back, you know?
And then we haven't even talked about the butterfly effect, where like the decisions you made, like you investing and getting really wealthy, like how does that affect your wife? Because you won't have done the exact like perhaps through some sort of crazy happenstance, she ends up meeting somebody else because you made a bunch of money over here. That's it's
This is
just
what couldn't happen because that's when I'm like, well, I've got the money to make sure things go the way that I want. Like,
and that's where we'll end today's podcast.
that's something that's not happening. I feel like, yeah, hopefully I don't become a Sith Lord because I'm too rich and
This
powerful.
one right here, officer. He's the one.
I see her with Joe Schmo. I'm like, no, I don't think I like the way that looks. And I've got hundreds of millions. Yeah, man. Well, let's cut it right there. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Remember, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification
Please.
bell on YouTube so that you're updated when we post more content. Yeah, that's it from us here at the other room.
We appreciate the support. Remember, it means a lot to us. Doesn't really take much to hit like and subscribe if you want to. Again, you do whatever you'd like. We appreciate you coming here. Let us know if you got any questions. Leave them down in the comments.